I'll tell you a story that pretty much sums it up, man. I was with my cousin. Oh, was he even there then? He might have shown up that day. He took my Cormega CD too. I gave it to him. He never returned. Alright, well, that's another story. I should probably have edited this out. But anyway, let's talk about Muhammad Ali. I'll tell you about Muhammad Ali about when we met. It was at the Rosemont Convention Center, which they now call the Stevenson's Convention Center for some reason, here in Illinois. And he was with Joe Frazier. Who else was here that day? Cal Ripken Jr., who was the first time in his retirement ever did anything like that, as far as conventions and things like that. And he was a representing the Monarchs. Was there because I think he owned a part of it or stock in it. And I talked to him for a while and taking all these pictures I got. And what happened after that? I think Joe Frazier and Brian Urlacher was there too. It was a good day. But I was talking with Cal Ripken Jr. and I was able to get a chance to get to Ali. Everybody was there for the stuff for Ali to sign, and I was just like, I'm not getting over there. I'm gonna be stuck. So I took a picture of Joe Frazier, Smoking Joe, and as I get over closer to Ali, you know, security is crazy over there. So they was like, you can't take no pictures unless, you know, they wanted you to pay like big money. You can't get a picture without paying like $300 some to start, just to meet Ali. So I'm like, well, I ain't finna do all that. So I'm chilling over there with Cal Ripken. So now all the sessions is over, everything is done, and this is back in like '98. So digital cameras is, you can forget all that. I'm out of film. And we all been there, you know. For those people who used a film camera back then, we was out of film. And then the disposable was all the way downstairs. And I'm about to call it a day. I'm like, alright, I've been here for a minute, you know. I saw Smoking Joe, I saw all these people, man. It was great to sit down and talk with a bunch of people. Then, well, as they get ready to leave, Ali is right there. And I said, oh man, that's Ali. I was like, man, that's Muhammad Ali. And let me see if I can go over there and talk to him now. So I walk over there and I talk to him. Security didn't jump me or nothing. He was drinking a water. He was in a white outfit, all white. I never forget. He's sitting there, all white, top bottom, and he's sitting on this couch and he's drinking his water. And you know, somebody came and told him like, okay, like we've been ready to move. So I'm back there talking with him, and I just talking to him, and he got so many great stories, you know, like all the things he's done in his life. But one that got me is when he won the Olympic gold medal, because the Olympics was coming up, and he had this Olympic gold medal picture signed there. It was like all three when he first won the Olympics, and it was one of him holding the torch up in '96. And he's like, yeah, they gave me my medal back. Yeah, you know, I threw mine in the river. I was like, why would you do that? Why would you throw away your gold medal? He was like, man, I'm from a little town in Louisville, Kentucky. I go over the country. I'm the best heavyweight in the world. I win the gold medal. I come back, and he's like, this restaurant, they didn't serve blacks at the restaurant. So he went in the restaurant, and he just like, man, when I come back, I'm going to go to that restaurant in Louisville. Because now I didn't want the gold medal. He's like, I wore my gold medal in the restaurant. And was like, I'm the best heavyweight in the world. I just won, you know, for this country, the gold medal, you know, in the Olympics. And I want a hamburger. And the guy was like, we don't serve niggers in here. Get out. And he was like, we don't serve niggers. So get out. He's like, well, I don't eat them. I want a hamburger. So they forced him out, man, and he just got mad about that, and he went and threw his medal in the river. He said, man, this ain't worth anything. I can't even get any respect with this medal. So what am I doing with it? You know, it's like, what is it doing for me? It don't mean nothing. Nothing's changed at home at all. And he just threw it in the river. So that lets you know pretty much you know what it meant at that time, that even though you was on top of the world, all this media attention, it's just like it means nothing, man. In the end, everything was still the same. So that's one of the times I remember I met Ali, and I think I didn't see him another time. That was the only time. But that story he told me stuck out. He told me something else too about a rose and something about a bike. But I can't remember that. He went crazy trying to find this rose for his wife that he had married, and how his father wanted to fight him when he changed his name from classes after his dad to his name. And said, my daddy, man, he wanted to fight me, man. He's like, little old man trying to swing on me, man. My daddy. He's like, I would just leave. He's like, I wouldn't even let my daddy fight me, man. I'd just leave. But man, Ali, man, he's gonna be known as one of the greatest fighters in history forever. And the day he passed away, whenever that day comes, he will always be synonymously the biggest guy. Because this is in '98, and the man was like, he loved the fame. He loved the fact that people wanted to see him, that people want to do autographs. He loved that. He loved that, man. Ali, they say I'm the greatest. You know, he still loves that. You know, and that was back in '98. He loved that his name was still out there, and people who's younger than him, 19, 20 years old, talking about Ali is the greatest. You know, that's just blows his mind. You know, and that was then. Those guys now are 30, and they saying Ali was the greatest. So that's something. That's really, I don't know if any other fighter has had that kind of staying power. You know, Ray Robinson, you know, had he been alive to see this, he probably would tear his eyes up if he was to see something like this. You know, how people put his name all the way up to the top. You know, I just wish he was around to see it, and he didn't have to suffer what he went through.